on the subject of getting a lot of steps in, we have a theory, and you're executing it better than me at this point, but I would like to be executing it better, and maybe will be in the near future. Basically, that our expectations as a society and the fitness industry specifically around number of hours a week that you're training is way off of what is optimal, not for making physique progress or aesthetic progress, but for feeling better physically and mentally and like flourishing as a human being. And a lot of that is a result of busy schedules, working 9 to 5s, having obligations that prevent people from being in a position where they can, dedicate as much time as they would like to being more active. But for those who can carve out time, the combination of cardio, strength training, mobility, all of these different types of movement that are good for us, not 3 hours a week, which is kind of the recommended minimum effective dosage to make progress, but like a couple hours a day at the very least would lead to people feeling a lot better.
Dude, 100%. And again, that is not realistic for so many people who are working regular jobs or who have kids. Like, I get it. At the same time, I think the point that you hit home on is it's not about like what's optimal for physique development. It's like, it's what's optimal for like not just our health physically, but mental and emotional health too. Even stuff where it's like, I consider me getting outside with my daughters and moving with them, like I count that towards that
activity. Yeah.
And so getting outside, moving with them, running around with them, putting her on my shoulders, running around the yard. It's the amount that you feel better from especially getting outside and doing it, but just movement. And if you can incorporate your friends, your family, whomever, your neighbors into it, even better, I think, from the community aspect. But for example, oftentimes we'll get together with a friend and we'll just sit down for a coffee or we'll sit down for a drink. It's like, what if you moved? Like just simple things like that. We're getting up and moving, or it's like, hey, let's just do this, have this conversation. Well, like, dude, I think one of the first things that you came in the house and you texted me and you were like, do you have a foam roller? It was like the first thing you did is you came in and you started just doing a little bit of mobility work and we talked while you did that. It's like making that more common among family and friends of just, hey, let's get together and move. It doesn't have to be a super intense workout. It doesn't have to be anything that's going to get in the way of our discussion or connection. But movement, man, oh my gosh, it just feels so good every day.
Yeah. Yep. Couldn't agree more. And we're hedging a little bit on not wanting to come off as like, okay, you guys are self-employed, you set your own schedule, so of course you can do this if you want to.
Correct.
But I'm going to lean in the other way and say, if I audited, random listeners' schedule, even someone who's super busy, you can find places to get more movement, whether it's, instead of those 15 or 20 minute breaks throughout the day where you're joking around with your coworker or eating a mini Snickers bar, that could be a walk outside around the building. Maybe I'll have a rude awakening here in a few months, but on the parenting side of things,
no, you won't.
Throwing the kid in the stroller and going for a walk around the block, even 10 minutes, but could be longer, half hour, so good for you. And it adds up in a big way.
People said that to me with both daughters. Before my first daughter, oh, you're about to see, it's not going to go well. And then I was working out at midnight and 1 a.m. and it was really difficult, but like I still found ways to make it happen. And then before the second one, oh, this one's different. Number 2's different. It's not going to happen. Now you're going to see, same thing. Every family and every individual has a different situation, which I fully understand. Also, the fact that our job is fitness, I think plays roles, especially since I am very public facing and like I I deliberately talk about, I don't just want to talk the talk. I want to walk the walk and show people what I'm doing. I use that, and that's part of my motivation and accountability as well. So it's a big mental shift, but it's doable. It is absolutely doable, and it does come down to what you're prioritizing. And I think what's going to end up happening is if you prioritize it, you'll do it, but you might not be able to do it as well or as optimally or for as long as maybe you would have liked to do. Like many of my workouts, I have to cut short. Many of I split them up. Yesterday, I split my workout into two. I got my workout in a little bit in the early morning, and then I literally did the rest late at night with my wife. So it's like I had to split it up into two.
And you know what's funny? A lot of conventional feedback around that would be, oh, that's psychotic. Like why did you have to go back and get the rest in? Why couldn't you just, the next day pick back up where you left off? Like that's disordered. That's like, it's like, no, it's not. Getting 20 minutes in the morning and then getting another 30 minutes in later in the day when you have time is, it's the opposite of that.
Imagine like starting to read a book, or I'm going to pick up a new chapter in the book. And then all of a sudden, oh shoot, I got something, I can't finish this chapter right now. And then you pick up the chapter later that day. It's like, okay, that's not disordered. You wanted to finish the fucking chapter.
Or obsessive, or the types of feedback that people often get who, display these behaviors. And I want to double down on the fact that if your sole goal is aesthetics, like 3 to 4 strength training sessions a week, 45 minutes each, and paying attention to your calories and macronutrients, more than enough to have
plenty
95% of natural aesthetic progress. Like you're going to look incredible. The extra time isn't about looking better. It's actually about feeling better physically, mentally, emotionally, which leads to you being better for everyone in your life and for yourself.
This is, I think, arguably the greatest argument for having fitness equipment at home. You don't even need a whole home gym, but having some equipment at home so that you can treat it like practice, like just your daily movement. It doesn't have to be a workout. You don't have to do a work, but you have to move. Just practice a movement, whether it's a couple kettlebells, dumbbells. There's so much you can do, body weight, but being able to treat your daily exercise or parts of your daily exercise just as practice is a huge mindset shift that takes it from this needs to be a super intense session to like, I just need to move because it's going to make me feel so much better.
Well said. Absolutely. It makes it way easier to do when you have a little something at home too.